Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome as I recenter myself in the camera. Back to some more IESF Dota. I'm so stoked to be getting back into it. Here with me is a good friend of mine, Otto. Welcome back to the IESF scene, buddy. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I went to the gym. I had a nice salad after. I'm feeling really good. Yeah, no. And this tournament's like at the perfect time for me. So I'm glad also to work with you. You know, and it's always nice to be together again.
Yeah, right. Reunited, and it feels so good. So, yeah, we chatted a little bit about the upcoming series, Israel versus Ukraine, before we got to launch, but not a whole lot. So we got a couple of professionals on the side of Ukraine, which we'll go through the rosters here in just a little bit. No worries about that. But okay, so we're gonna go ahead and show you the roster then.
Well, let's go to it whenever you guys are ready. But yeah, as you mentioned, Ukraine probably the team that the country start with a little bit more experience. I'm not sure if I've ever seen any of these names before for the Israeli side. You know, is Nada from 33? Because I believe his name is Nada, and he is Israeli. For Tundra Esports, they're off laner. So that, I mean, I don't imagine it is him, but he is one of their best players. If they have that, they have Lyle, Program, Mejitsu. Again, not sure I know any of these, and I haven't heard any of these names before. Yeah, I don't think it's our Nada, because I'm looking at the names in the Wikipedia. It doesn't show him, and his name is 33. So,
Right.
so it's not the Tundra guy, unfortunately. But yeah, so I've seen Australia in other terms. They all seem like pretty decent, decent teams. Sorry, decent country when it comes to Dota players.
Yeah, that's you slipped up on it a couple times, and that's something that's been so much fun for me covering this tournament. Is it really is unlike any other Dota tournament in the world, where they are representing their countries here, not just representing the flags. This is the World Cup and to the Champions League. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's really cool. I'm glad to have been a part of it. I'm glad to continue to see these storylines unfold. And I know I'll be tuned in for the main event whenever it comes rolling around. But okay, now we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna cut to the side of the Ukraine.
Right, the one with a couple of pros, which are remember, yeah, it's Stonebank as well as Kidaro. Stonebank, I believe he plays for B8. Kidaro, I think he's on PunkChap. I'm not sure where PunkChap has been for a while. I think are they Division 2 right now? But yeah, they also have Panda, Infernal, and GeoZZ, as I were going to Can we call him just Geo, or is it like we gotta go GeoZZ? Either way, on paper, you know, the team with the two DPC members, probably the one you would say is the stronger, country. I mean, is that bias? Is that unfair to say?
No, I think that's just kind of a harsh reality, and it's something that we got to see in the earlier series as well when Bulgaria faced off against Azerbaijan, as that was, I think, a total of like 50 minutes of game time, 40 minutes of game time, so not really, which led to our great 2-hour break that I spent playing Civ, as you know, better there are better ways to spend time. There are worse ways to kill your downtime. So, but yeah, man.
And important to tell what's on the line here. The winner of this match will advance to the playoffs because both of these teams beat Montenegro. So you win, you advance. You lose, you go home. And yeah, only 2 teams from the 4 groups will get to reach the main event. So you're literally 2 best of 3s away from making it. Because if you make it to the finals, you only play for seeding at that point. So you win this, you're the playoff. You win another match, that's it. You're in the home stretch. You're playing for, I think, what was 100 USD in Yashi, Romania. That's not that's not a little bit of money.
Yeah.
In fact, rather, let's look at all the countries, all the European countries in right now.
Sure, let's do it.
Okay. And let's see what we're working with, and tell me what I'm looking at here.
Yes, so I mean, you're confused. So Serbia have won their group. That is secured 2-0, as they were able to take the wins over Albania and Bosnia-Herzegovina. Bulgaria also secured their spot into the playoff rounds, as they are won against North Macedonia, and then today we saw them stomp Azerbaijan Israel versus the Ukraine. This is going to be one of those matchups that is going to determine who goes on to the next phase. And then we have a potential. Okay, so there is a potential tie in Group C with Moldova and Turkey. If Georgia is able to pull off the upset and beat Turkey, then that would force us into some tiebreaker Dota, and that is always extremely, extremely hype.
Yeah, but yeah, it seems a little bit unlikely. I imagine that Turkey is gonna be taking that one. From what I know, Turkey is also one of those countries that generally does well. It's like few of these countries will always, like represent themselves well in ISF. Sweden, because Alliance is a mostly Swedish team. Peru will, because there's a lot of like Peruvian players. They play just by themselves. Brazil is another one. So like these are the countries that you expect. China, obviously, like we have Chinese teams are almost all Chinese, and nothing wrong with that. Just say that they usually will come in and they represent themselves well. Whereas some European countries, you feel like one pro player and 4 people who not quite the same level.
Yeah, 4 pub stars.
Yes.
And in some cases, it feels like it's like 5 pub stars, or maybe even like 3 pub stars and 2 low immortals, if that's what it takes to fill out a full 5-man roster. But
I love how in some countries, dude, I can't believe like we had Canada versus US, and Canada just they forfeited, and the US advanced it. Like, here you go, that's one way of doing it. So yeah, some countries they join, but you don't even have they can't field the full roster. It's a little unfortunate.
Right.
But I'm excited. How's the patch going for you? You find anything interesting coming out?
I've really been enjoying the Legion Commander. Even after the patch, even after she got a little bit of nerf, I've still been able to dominate my lanes and stuff like that. So she's been a fun hero, and that's a new hero for me. So that's always exciting. What about you, buddy? Anything new and exciting for you?
I think the Primal Beast is the hero that I feel is really shooting up in popularity, both in the pub and especially in the pro scene. We're seeing him as a mid, but as a support, he really feels really good. Your ultimate does a huge amount of damage now. Not huge, but like you get a decent buff. You get like 90 bonus level 1. Now you get like 150 at level 2 and something like 210 max. So like you do a lot. It pierces BKB naturally. This was a change I forgot about when the patch happened. So pretty good. But we'll see if that comes out. In Israel, they ban out the Shao Demon. Ukraine, they get rid of the Naga Siren and the Spirit Breaker. Okay, getting rid of a very meta heroes. And Shao Demon, popular 5 right now. Very popular.
Ooh, the Brood Mama.
Way, that's a painful one to open up with. Great thing to ban out the Spirit Breaker, one of the best counters to the Brood you can have. And the Naga Siren as well. She's great against her in the lane.
Yes, so this is planned targeted bans, and the plan worked out to execution. They banned out the Bat Rider instead of the Brood Mother, so they get their hands on exactly what they wanted here. And yeah, that's already a win for the Ukraine column in Israel. They're already having to go into extra time to think of the way that they want to address the spider.
There are a few ways, of course. Firstly, you can get something like Crystal May and Slark. Slark is great against Brood Mother because later on the Sparling comes, you Dark Pack, you farm them, no problem. You don't really care about the Brood Mother that much. It's not as good as the Naga Siren, and it's not as good as the Spirit Breaker. Like, you prefer these. If you can get these guys, you want them. But they go with the Snapfire, also solid. And again, I would like to see a Slark. It's very early, but it is one of the best Brood Mother counters you can get. Look at this. Okay, that's fine. That's fine-ish, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, the Medusa, she's a very strong hero right now. That's we just saw her picked up for those of us who are tuning back in after the early morning series, as we just saw the Medusa run rampant in game number 1 of Bulgaria versus Azerbaijan. So Israel, they're hoping to replicate some of that success, but of course, that was, there it is. That was an 8-pick Medusa. This was a 7-pick Medusa. That's a completely different ball game.
Yeah, I mean, when you show the Medusa this early, you don't ban out the anti-mage. You can like, yeah, we'll just take it. I mean, you rarely show 2 cores in the professional match in the opening draft, but they're both, one of them is one of the best offlaners, and the other one is the best counter to Medusa in the game. And this isn't like we're saying, this isn't like a pro team where everyone's top 0.0001% of the game. This is there might be a skill gap here. Oh yeah, there's your girl. She's gone.
Who's that? Oh, LC? Yeah.
She's gone, man. Nobody wants her. Well, Israel, they get rid of the Puck, a hero that has been going up in popularity. Does mean that they probably want to take one of the spirits. You know, that's generally you want to take one of the spirits because Puck really locks them down. He's also a great combo with like the Mars, which we won't see picked, but interesting that they get rid of the Puck. I haven't felt like Puck is S tier. You know what I mean? It's not like never felt like it's ban worthy.
Yeah, I guess I could see in certain circumstances where they would maybe want to get rid of the Puck, right? Like I guess like if you're looking to go for like a Pangolier, for example.
They definitely. If I was Israel, I'd definitely think about that Pango a lot because Ukraine can pick it, get the defusal, and suddenly, until the anti-mage is ready to join fights, the Pango is all the counter you need. Oh, thank God! Ooh,
oh, they just yeah.
Ooh, I'm happy for them. They get rid of the axe for Ukraine. Interesting. I mean, it makes sense because Israel could pick it, and Ukraine is not going to take, you know, Broodmother and Axe. That's just a weird combination. So they did, and he's pretty solid against. You look at that; they're going through a lot of the heroes that counter the anti-mage. I mean, the LC duel, the Berserker's Call, RP is in the pool. You know, this could be an option.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean Magnus, he did get that little bit of a nerf there in this latest mini patch, but I've played a couple of games with him in the off lane role, and he still feels perfectly fine. He doesn't really feel like he's unplayable by any stretch of the imagination right now. So that's definitely something to keep your mind on. I wouldn't mind necessarily seeing that. You get the RP into Mortimer Kisses combo coming in. You get the skewer back. Like there's lots of fun things that can come with the Magnus gaming.
I agree. I would like some. The only problem with that is that it's a little bit on not the most active offlaner. They go with the Undying, so now we know that Snapfire is likely to be a 4. Or, I mean, it is possible this is a Snapfire core. I'm kind of, you know, I wouldn't mind the Snapfire core with the max out little Shredder talent. You go for a bit of damage. You can shred the Anti-Mage. He is not the most durable hero. Yeah, you have a lot for spread damage that way. I like it.
Yeah,
I like
he's just slippery. He's just hard to get his hands on. But if you do, you can kind of beat that guy up pretty quick.
Yeah, he ain't up to going up against these two women. And oh my, Oracle comes out. This is a hero that was untouched at 7.33D, and he was very popular in the previous patch because his charge is one of the best in the game. But he has been going down popularity. Mirana comes out. Okay. I like the Oracle. I don't like the Mirana.
And what don't you like about the Mirana pick?
Well, I feel like you don't really have arrows set up for yourself. So I'm not really sure. And if you don't land those arrows, you're going to be in a little bit of trouble. Ukraine's side, the Oracle gives you decent damage, but he falls off. You kind of rely on a position 4 who can do a little bit more than the Mirana. I don't know. I just feel like it's very flimsy kind of draft right now for them. And
looking to punish that with that Slardar pick. Able to dive onto the back lines. He's going to be able to give them vision so they know exactly where the enemies are. Come in with that bash primed, locked, and loaded, hit this crush combo, and that Oracle will just disappear.
Yeah, it's we were talking about the Axe and the Legion Commander being good against the Anti-Mage, and Slardar has something similar. He has an AoE stun that doesn't, you don't target it, Spell Shield can't reflect it. So it's a lot of minus armor with the Snapfire, with a little Shredder and that Corrosive Haze, Amplify. What's it called? It keeps changing names. Is it Amplify Damage or is it Corrosive Haze?
I think it's Amplify Damage now.
Bullshit, I hate that name. It should have been Corrosive Haze.
That's what I think. They dumbed down the name from Corrosive Haze to Amplify Damage. Just named it what it does. I don't understand. But
I don't get it. Man.
Why did they make Centaur Ags of him dragging somebody in a cart? You know what I'm saying? We just can't explain what the laws of Dota do.
Yeah, but that one, at least the ability changed, the name changes. This one, the ability stays. It's been Corrosive Haze for years. Why? Why do you do that to us?
Misu will have to solve the question for us whenever we get into the game and hover over that Slardar ultimate and let us see what the name is. But
what we're gonna see? We're gonna see a big question mark. He'll be like, oh.
Not unlocked yet. Gotta get level 6 before you can see the name of the spell.
Alright, so let's see. We have mid laners basically for both teams. And Primal Beast does get banned. We talked about this here a little bit, saying that he is on the surging up direction. None of the spirits has been banned, but I expect one or two to get banned. And no, they get rid of the Timber Saw. Interesting. Banned by Israel. And another here that has been I saw this today twice on two completely different tournaments in two completely different regions, is the Morphling mid. This here, you go for a phylactery first item into Aghanim Scepter, and you're perfectly happy. You're like, yeah, this is the best. This is perfectly fine. I don't know if you want it, but it's surging up.
It's on the rise.
Oh, it's on the rise.
Is there? Do you think there's any chance that they put this Marana in the mid lane like they did BZM in the Bulgaria versus Azerbaijan side, and then instead pick up another stronger 4?
You know, maybe, but I feel like Israel is a strong enough team that you can't go too clowny. You know, like there's a limit to how much you can sort of underestimate. I think Israel has got a solid. I believe that they've got a solid team. Although this last ban on Valina is not convincing me. I've seen this here come out a little bit as a spellcaster mid like the old days. It not quite what I'm expecting. All the spirits are available, by the way. You can go any spirit you want. Ember, Storm, Void, they're all there. And there we go.
Yep,
one of them.
there it is.
And you, Israel, who do you want here? Quap is an option. Kind of would like it for the fast tempo it provides. Ember is also really solid.
10 seconds remain.
What do you want? Yeah, a lot of time to think about this one.
Yeah, absolutely. 58 seconds in the reserve here to think about the 10th and final pick. I guess really the 24th and final pick and or ban in this game here. As
what bad? There's a pick. What do you mean bad?
Pick or ban. 24th pick or ban.
Okay. Whatever. It's gonna be the last pick here for Israel. What? Maybe I hit my head too hard with the dumbbells in the gym or something.
Hey,
I don't know.
I told you, man, the cast is gonna get a little silly. I messaged you at like 3 in the morning, and I gave you a warning that this cast is gonna get a little silly. So let's just strap in.
Yeah, we're in
enjoy
for a
the
ride.
ride.
Yes, we're in for a ride.
They're using
But you-
all of this reserve time, dude.
You need a mid that doesn't have a targeted stun. You know, like the Puck would have been really good as well as the Pango, because you don't. They might consider going for like a Magnus mid just for the. No, they go for the. I like it. Like you need some sort of disable that cannot be blocked by spell shield. The Crobolus, Death Prophet for people who did not play Dota 1, is a great pick. And Israel overall pretty solid draft. You go next to a tower, drop a Tombstone, drop a Exo. How can Ukraine go up against that? Draft-wise, I kind of like Israel's draft. No, I guess I like it more, but I like it equally. I like it equally.
You like it equally.
Equally.
You gotta pick a side, man.
Oh, Ukraine, 100% Ukraine. That's the team with the pros. You know, as much as I can like a draft, at the end of the day, I'm gonna go with the team that the proven record here. So I'm all in on Ukraine on this one. But Israel's draft makes a lot of sense. It's a decent draft.
I'm gonna go spicy here, and I'm gonna say the Slardar Snapfire lane shuts down this anti-mage to the point that like they just shrink his map. He never gets to the point where he's able to fight this Medusa, and Israel take game number 1. Badoom. That's it. It's out there.
See, now I know you've been awake for like 20 hours because you've been throwing up those crazy theories and ideas. Remember, this is not Tundra versus OG. This is different. So sure. But yeah, that is actually really good if that happens, because you do have a great minus armor duo, a lot of physical damage, stuns and disables that don't rely on like targeting person. You have the cookie. So it's a lot. Like this is a great draft for Israel. It can work.
Prepare for battle.
But in my heart, I cannot get over the fact that these are teams of different caliber, and I feel like I have to throw that out every 10 seconds.
Dude, I felt like I was doing the same thing both times we watched Bulgaria play, and when we watched Sweden play as well. It was just like, cause it's the obvious
won,
thing.
Right?
Yeah, they did. They won. Yeah, I'm undefeated on those predictions. So.
Well, yeah, the streak might end in this one. Who knows? Maybe you are Nostradamus. And Undying, he starts off with 4 mangoes. Look, all consumables. The guy's literally got 0 net worth outside of his consumables. I've seen some of them start off with like a magic stick. They get clarities because it's more mana efficient. A little bit more scaly with Undying. I kind of like that, but not here, not in this one. And go for it, you know, that's fine. Commit all the way. I think it's gonna help them out, and it looks like there's not gonna be an engagement for either team. Both teams on the enemy bounty, and just gonna be a 2-for-2.
Yeah, a little yin-yang action happening here. They were, both teams went for the 5-man smoke invade gank, but, ships in the night, they never saw each other. Completely opposite sides of the map. Now we're going to take twin gate portals, start to establish our vision, and really start to establish this laning phase. As it looks like they might be even looking for a potential first blood play up top, with this Undying hanging out just a little bit here.
Unfortunately, Undying is like not gonna give you too much. The blood grenade is gonna help, but he's not really like a CM. And I mean, I'd be more afraid for Lyle, and Lyle's surrounded by 3 people. Mana's about to go, and like,
looking like this is gonna be first blood, buddy.
that is first blood, and it goes to the Broodmother. This is very much unideal circumstances, and now the Undying shows up bottom. I need him there a little bit earlier, so pretty tough start for him. Over on the mid lane, Storm Spirit is going to be having a decent time. I think this is going to be mostly a wash. The one thing is that it's hard for the Death Prop to get the Spirit Siphons off, but you also shouldn't be walking into the Static Remnants, and he's just harassing the shit out of Panda. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not sure if we can allowed to say words like that. He is just, you know, the crap out of him.
Absolutely, yeah. Nobody ever gave me an official say what I can and cannot say list either, so I can't help you out there, buddy. I guess we'll find out if you get fired midstream.
So, you know, all of a sudden the camera just goes off and you're like, Ademo, are you here? Well, I guess he's left. And Nada, he's doing a really solid job. Like, he's focusing. He's losing a lot of CS for this, to be fair though, but he is doing a decent job of harassing this Panda. Unfortunately, Panda gets the bottle. So a lot of that harass, not negated, but certainly diminished.
Looks like that is going to be the death of the Snapfire. Bash charges lined up, but Majutsu doesn't want to go in, doesn't want to go too aggro here. Everybody very low up here in this top lane. Maybe if he can prime it up, the Crush is available, he could look to make a play.
Yeah, unfortunately, he's not getting the CS he needs. But on the other side of the map, they do get a big kill. Medusa brings down the Broodmother. They get a courier as well. Oh
no, that's gonna be the Crush. Got it out before, blood grenades there, but the blink away from the anti-mage. He's able to secure
another
the kill. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Not too bad, not too bad, but you really wish you were level 2 with a Snapfire in just in those circumstances. That cookie could have made all the difference. And that's what happens, you know. Snapfire dies, Stonebank and Kidaru get level 3 almost. She comes back level 1 still. You miss out and you lose your offlaner. Look at that. Infernal's suffering.
Yeah, definitely not having the lanes that you would assume that the Broodmother would be having here. But credit to this Medusa. She fed first blood. She's able to come back to lane, re-establish herself. And
really well.
Yeah, even overtake this anti-mage.
And by the way, I like what the Medusa has. It's a very common item, the Ring of Basilisk, but really benefits the Undying. You know, you are a mana. The guy's got no brains, basically, so that really helps him out. So I'm glad.
He eats them, but he doesn't have them.
Yeah, right. It just goes straight to his stomach. So, unfortunately,
didn't line that up.
No, that is the top lane is the one where you can see that Ukraine's coming out massively ahead. Like Majutsu's just absolutely being bodied right now.
I was surprised to see the Slardar pick, man. Like, I feel like nobody's really picking the Slardar. I'm not even really seeing it in pubs. It's been forever since I've seen the Slardar hero.
Yeah.
Crypt Swarm, not quite enough damage to bring down the Storm Spirit, but he's definitely feeling the pressure from all that early aggression coming out from this DP.
And if you're watching this, I gotta say, like, this is quite evenly matched so far. You know, like, this is not looking like it's gonna be that wash. We've seen some other matches. Both teams really have a very solid fight. Bot lane Infernal is suffering, but then so is Majutsu. Infernal, he is suffering Well, they're trading.
No. Oh. Who's that goes down? Oh, the DP. Unfortunate.
Bad timing as well.
CS.
Yeah, that's a bad time because that's just when both River Ruins are going to be taken as well. So that he's been putting a lot of emphasis on harassing the on Nada. He's been harassing. Sorry, Nada's the one who dies. I've been harassing Panda, the Storm Spirit, but it has not really gotten him what he needed. It's still fine. He's still farming, and you can see Slaughter's also recovering. Only 3 CS behind the anti-mage.
Oh, all mana is gone on Lao. But he's just gonna man fight
Infernal.
up against Infernal. He's got the mana snake bringing it
Nice
back.
knife.
He had the damage. And
Really
yeah,
good
nice
knife.
denying the tombstone hit there as well. So a good little tiff for Israel.
Very good. I mean, this is a rotation coming out from your Oracle. You'd like to punish Stonebank a little bit though, just because he is solo. You have the Mango, you have the lowest. You should be able to kind of really go in heavy on Stonebank. He should not be getting any CS. Like, this is a time where you scare the bejesus out of him. Really, just giving him a lot of respect, I must say. All right, well, Kidaro's back, so opportunity is gone. And I want to talk about the Oracle versus Medusa matchup because you give him a massive heal, but you actually do a lot of damage, and we lose the Undying in the bottom lane. Wow, he's got a... I've never seen that. Did you see what he's got? He's got Blightstone and Undying.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. I mean, that's a word I'd use to describe it. I guess he's probably going to go for like a Medallion Solar. Solar's pretty good. I'm surprised he start off with the Blightstone, you know?
First
Mid lane.
EXO use, and they are going to be doing quite a lot of chip damage there. I think the tower is down to about half HP. So here in about 100 seconds, she could look to push it the rest of the way down.
Careful, bro.
Yeah.
That's 2 versus 1, but I mean, he's been keeping GeoZZ busy here. And
Oh, man
my
fight up at the top. Oh, but the anti-mage is going to be able to bring down this Cardar.
Yeah, the cookie. You could have thrown it on a ranged creep. Come on. This top lane, it should not. This is not anti-mage. Like, should not be
And now
happening.
a rotation.
Arrow misses.
Yeah, the Fortune's End to hold the Snapfire in place, while the Mirana pounces forward and claims the kill.
Ukraine, but they do lose.
But they get a
the
kill
blue
on
bottom.
Infernal.
Yeah. Infernal has been just suffering. I gotta say, this bottom lane has been a massive bright spot for Israel. Like, they have just been doing insane amounts of work here. Really well played. Level 5 on the Undying. Like, he's keeping up with Kidaro. And Lyle's just, he's not top of the CS, but he's getting kills as well. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think if you're Israel, you're really happy with the bot lane. Very, very happy with it. And yeah, top of the net worth is your Medusa. I know she's countered by the anti-mage, but you also aren't like, oh my god, it's unplayable. He jumps on you, you ulti, you get the damage, you can get away from him, you got some disengage from your allies. It's not as simple as, oh, I'm just countered, you know?
Sure. Few things in Dota ever are that simple.
That tower falls. Now I couldn't get the last hit on it, but the important thing is that it is down. So that is going to open up the map for them very nicely.
And an invisibility rune on Nasa.
Vernal.
Oh no, Tombstone's gonna be dropped here. Lyle still pumping out some damage, but Infernal will be using the webs to get himself out of attack range. So this Tombstone's gonna be a little bit of a dud here. Zone control, but they're not gonna be able to find a kill.
But it might give them a tower. You know, they might decide to sort of go for the tower. That is also worth a bomb lane.
Oh, Nata, here he comes with that invisibility rune.
Oh, what is... What?
The coordination with this cookie stuff is just not there.
I like how, you know, that is... You phrase it much better than I would have. You know what I mean? Like, you are so much more polite than I would have said it. Bomb lane. Yeah, you can see. Mana Void comes out, but she's still fine. Gets Infernal to turn to stone, but everyone's in this.
Still coming forward
Arrow.
with Moonlight Shadow. The arrow's going to connect onto the Undying. but they don't feel safe to dive under the tower going into this big bad Medusa. We have the Scatter Blast right there. Didn't want to eat the shotgun to the face. The Sainty Mage still working his way towards the Battle Fury, a good long way away from that.
Yasha not far for the Medusa though. That's going to be her, you know, farming acceleration item. And again, very interesting item by the Undying. First item, medallion. Really don't see that.
Looks like he's gonna die here, as Infernal just lying in wait.
Israel's strength is their 5-man right now. If you're Ukraine, you don't want them to 5-man. You know what I mean? You can't really go up against Tombstone Exo. So Israel, as you know, once we have the Slaughter and the Snapfire ultimates, their abilities, that's also a bit dangerous. It's a little crazy to deal with. So Israel, they might really benefit from sticking S5 and just taking all the tier 1s. Arrow? Oh dear.
Fortune's into the arrow. TP rotation from the Storm Spirit, but a well-timed crush. It's not going to be enough. The DP still falls. Now the Ball Lightning Forward. They're going to get their hands onto the Slardar, hold him down, beat him up. It's a double kill.
That's 2 cores being lost by Israel. Ukraine starting to get a little bit of that net worth going. 2,000 gold ahead. It was an even laning stage, but as we enter sort of these, you know, late, early game, you know, beginning of the mid game skirmishes, Ukraine is just pulling them apart.
Yeah.
And the sports, look at the sports value, by the way. Very big, especially this Mirana. She's hella farm. Lyle has the ulti. Forced to use
the Stone Gaze here.
Don't need to be worried about. Wow, the bounty ruin management is unreal. Israel has gone 2. Yeah, Ukraine's gotten 8. They've been working though the forest, that's for sure.
I didn't see the Wisdom Rune split. I wasn't paying attention at the 7-minute mark.
It was 1-1.
1-1.
Mijitsu, yeah, Mijitsu got it, the Slaughter. I was thinking that UK might go for it because they killed both supports, but Slaughter went for it and they were like, okay, it's not worth it. I'm wondering what Slaughter actually building. It's
cookie in onto the Oracle. Crush to follow it up. That's going to be a clean kill onto the Oracle, going the way of the Undying. Looks like he's just going Blink Midas.
All right. I respect the hustle. You know, it's like I gotta get some gold some way, and once you have the Blink Dagger, I feel like that's the big item that you need to fight. So I'm okay with it. The Tombstone commitment was a bit much just now, but hey, the important thing is that you got the kill. And Slaughter, 71.4% win rate this patch. Now, production has told me that this is from professional games, and I mean, sure. I've never seen it be
sample size though.
Right? Like 3.
As DP gonna be held down yet again. As this roaming 4-man group, they are gonna with the Broodmother able to come in, swing in. Panda's gonna be the one who picks up the kill, and now they can start to apply pressure onto this mid-tier 1 tower.
Did he use Exo in that fight? Oh, okay. The Mormor's Kiss is coming out.
Snapfire kisses, they are going to be canceled. Snapfire immediately brought to her knees. That is going to be the Stone Gaze coming out from the Medusa, but they're just going to zone kite that out and turn their attention right back to that tower as soon as this Glyph of Fortification goes down, and we have another creep wave coming in. Infernal, he's not even going to wait for that. He's just going to go back. He has the Spider Ice to help tank the damage, and that is going to be the mid-tier 1 tower claimed.
Equalizing the mid lane right now. Ukraine getting another nice objective, and Lyle, he was, you know, up there in the farm, but he's starting to fall behind. This is, you know, the net trying to tighten a little bit around Israel here. You've got to find some way to get some space around the map. The Slaughter Blink Dagger could be the key to victory. You know, that could be what you need to start making a comeback.
Yeah, I mean, right now, like, what is their way to start a fight? You know, like they really need this Blink Dagger to come out onto the Slardar, in my opinion. Otherwise, it's just kind of like we Exo, we run at them, we hope we get a cookie to land, or I run at you and hope that you just don't move while I bash you into crush.
I mean, that's a legit strategy if you fight around the enemy objectives, right? Because they'll be forced to defend, and you set up the zone. The problem is that you know, Israel doesn't seem to be like they're responding a lot to the Ukraine side rather than making their own moves.
Right. as that's going to be another tower claim for the side of Team Ukraine.
Yep.
Ball lightning in. They find the Undying. Undying does get the tombstone off before. The Exorcism going to come out as well. Silence up is the Storm Spirit.
Nice
The ball lightning up into the Crush, to the two-man Crush. Oh, they're still trying to get out in the Storm. The Storm, he's going to ball lightning away. Has enough mana. False Promise is going to come out onto the Oracle. The Oracle should be falling here soon enough. Infernal onto the back line is able to find the Undying, bring him down as well as the tombstone, and TP himself back and to safety. So a 1-for-1 trade, both 5 supports going down. That does favor Ukraine by about 300 gold.
Wait, I thought that favored Israel, man.
Israel, my bad. You're right.
Yeah. I also feel like they're the same country sometimes, apparently. But you know, imagine if that fight happened on the enemy tower. If you run away, you lose a tower. The problem is that's what Israel needs to do. And can they get a kill here?
Cookie, Bash,
Those
almost out of mana. It's the Storm Spirit, but with the wand charges, he's fine. He's hasted. He's cool. Chilling. Fortune's End's gonna come out, but he's already back and safe enough. Oh, with the arrow to follow it up from afar. That's a max distance arrow. Blood Grenade's gonna come out as well. Do they have any other follow-up? The Storm Spirit was so low on mana. Here comes the Broodmother. Gonna clean up the Undying. Now they're chasing onto Majutsu. Majutsu, he's trying to juke. He's trying to jive. Here comes the ball lightning from afar. The Crush won't save you, sir.
GeoZZ playing out of his mind with that arrow. And then he's just like, yeah, we're chasing it. And for the Infernal coming out, and as we've said, Lyle is still farming really, really, really well. It's just the rest of the team is falling behind by a lot. The supports, yeah, they're close to the Oracle, but look at Mirana. She is core value very soon. Or look at the damage being dealt here. And a lot of it's coming out from Nada, but even he doesn't even compare to the enemy Oracle.
Purifying Flames, man. Good spell.
Well, it's a very good spell. It's an excellent spell. And there's going to be a Spirit Vessel coming out from the Mirana, which means that Spirit Siphon is going to be a non-factor. The Soul Rip is a non-factor. Snapfire takes the Healing Talent to 10, non-factor. But there's a Mantis, so you're not too worried about it as a Medusa. What are you...
Way towards the Scotty.
I feel like if you're Slaughter and you go for the Hand of Midas, that's not the move. You know, I think you have to be like, let me just get whatever item that can do some damage, like an Echo Saber or a BKB to stand in the front.
Oh, Moonlight Shadow on the smoke gang. They're gonna find the Medusa. Ball lightning in. She just disappears, Otto. As now coming in further, trying to get his hands on the Slaughter, but is able to blink away to find the Snapfire up onto the high ground. It's gonna be a double kill, dominating his Stonebank.
Oh dear. Oh dearie dearie. That was really your shining ray of like your hope being killed right there. And Medusa, man, she's suffering, and Mirana officially overtakes Slardar. Not too long until she takes the death drop of the way this game is going right now.
Yeah, here's the replay. That ball lightning from afar into the
Nice
mana
blink.
void.
Good blink by Slardar. Good blink.
Yeah,
You know, that fast
quick
fingers. You know, but we need him to start blinking and get those big crushes in Ukraine now. Can we look at the win probability for Ukraine right now? What are we looking at here?
90%.
90? I don't think it's... Nah, it's like 80, 79. Holy... Oh, hey, it's 90. That is a lot. That's a tough one to overcome, I must say.
Oh man, this is gonna be hard to overcome for the Slardar, and he will not be able to do it. Ball lightning away. Do they get the cancel? They get the Stone Gaze at the last second, so they will get the kill of Panda. Unfortunately, it was the tower that got the last hit, so it will be split amongst the friends instead of one person getting that gold pinata.
Better than nothing. Better than Panda making it alive. And Infernal, he's poking. He's like, I wanna kill one of you guys. He's got the harpoon. He is a threat. He moves fast. And the map for Israel feeling very small. And guess what? They don't have heroes that can split push effectively. You know, you don't have one guy you can send to a lane and just push it out.
Right.
Your best bet is to send a Snapfire. She cookies and Scab Blast a creep wave, and you just TP back or something like that, or smoke her and let her push until she dies. You get some farm as your position 5 and your position 4, and you relieve some of that stress. Costs you your life, of course, but hey, that's life.
We got to do something to relieve the pressure here.
Agreed.
for the side of Israel, because it is becoming overwhelming at this current point in time. 12K is the net worth advantage. 19 minutes into the game, we're gonna go ahead and have a 4-man smoke gank, and this is starting to feel like desperation smoke territory. As Nata even gonna show on the lane, doing the good old-fashioned let's bait a hero and smoke everybody behind it. But Ukraine, they want none of that. They're sniffing out. They have a good pace, or they have a good feel of where this game is right now, and they're just going to continue to follow the shift queue. Just follow what we've been doing to the
Medusa
success. Medusa ulti, but they're just gonna be able to kite it out.
Really but this is a
Fleet
nice
touch
jump.
connected onto the Oracle. Bash is going to be there as well. Cookie forward, but not before the False Promise comes out. But they're going to overwhelm him. The damage will be there, so this promise will be false indeed. Moonlight Shadow, juking around, jiving around.
Yeah, but unfortunately the bottom lane is taking a lot of pressure right now. This anti-mage wants to make a play here, so...
Oh, Harpoon, dragging him back. Ball Lightning coming in, the Vortex is there, onto the Snapfire. The Snapfire soon to fall. And they find the Medusa. Oh no! They're trying to Spear Siphon's there onto the Broodmother, but she's able to walk away through the trees, down over the high ground, thanks to the webs. It's just so damn hard to catch this spider.
You're banning Broodmother next game. First ban, 100%. And for losing your Medusa like that, very, very tough. And also 14,000 gold here lead for Ukraine. They lost to the Oracle, but they really could not give it less of a damn about that. As we... oh man. Nana is actually farming okay, considering the state of the game, but your Slardar, he's not giving you anything. He's going for Scotty on the anti-mage, just wants the stats to tank up. I like it. I like it. And you saw that smoke behind the Dead Prophet. I feel like teams have become very clever to knowing that's not like, that's a bait smoke. So they just say like, yeah, let's just farm. Why the hell do we care?
Right.
Are we really gonna do that? Come on, guys. Like, one side has a dedicated healer, the other side doesn't. That's not even fair.
Oh, just lying in wait, waiting for the Snapfire. Gonna eat a Mana Void to the face. Stone Bank goes unstoppable. Meanwhile, the rest of the Dire, they're in the Roshan pit. Infernal as well as Panda taking down this Roshan. He's already at about a quarter HP. And Storm Spirit, one of the best Aegis of the Immortal carriers in the video game.
Excuse me, it's not a video game. Alright, it's a way of life. It's called Dota. By the way, Kidaro. Oh, this is a big jump.
Oh, ball lightning from afar. Gonna connect onto Nata. But the fortune's end to cancel the TP.
Do you see something that Kidaro did with the Wisdom Runes? He left it cooking for 30 seconds, but then he took both the 14 and this 21-minute mark at the 21-minute mark. Wisdom Runes, every 7 minutes they upgrade, so it's well worth it if it's like, 19, 20, you just give it a couple of minutes, you take it then. Medusa, 60% win rate, but I don't know if that's going to be increasing in this one.
Oh,
nice
is there onto the anti-mage. Are they going to actually be able to bring him down? No, because the Vortex is there, trapping the Slardar, preventing him from dealing any damage. Now, almost out of mana is Panda, but he still thinks that he can be able to walk down this undying hero. Snapfire is going to die, meanwhile, to Stonebank. As Vortex is there, slowing him down. Meanwhile, the push is there onto the high ground as Lal doing what he can to deny the push.
And Medusa's going for that butterfly rather than Scotty. I like it just because you're not up against anyone who wants to build MKB, so that butterfly could be what you need to survive. The problem is that you're so far behind.
Nata. Spirit Siphon, silence up, mana to purge it. And that's going to be the Spirit Siphon. Ooh, do they see?
They see, but they catch and release. Catch and release sometimes, You catch a fish and you let it go. I'm not quite seeing how Israel defends this high ground push. If Ukraine really commits, so it seems like they're just kind of poking, pushing multiple lanes right now. So Israel, they get a little bit of breathing room, but only your Medusa is getting farm, and even then she's 5,000 gold behind her counter, the anti-mage.
Yeah. And it's a hard counter as well that she's behind in that counterpart of the anti-mage. And now that's going to be a 99% win probability for the Ukrainians. Slava Ukraine doing the dang thing here in game number 1, up 26-7. 23k is the net worth lead. Storm Spirit still holding that Aegis of the Immortal as they're just slowly, methodically choking this game out of the Israelites.
Yep, they're crushing them. No other real way to say it. This is an absolute dominance by the Ukrainian side. They're very happy with what's going on. And if you are Israel, your best bet is like to blink on the slaughter, get a good crush, followed up with a cookie. The whole time Medusa's gets her ultimate to proc. Like it's a lot of multi-step thing where each step has to happen. But there's a chance.
Oh, Vortex down bottom. On to Slardar. Ball lightning forward. He's trying to stay alive, but it's not. The mechanism heal's not going to be enough, and now completely out of mana. False Promise is going to be there. Ball lightning. Getting a little bit further. Oh, the zombies are running around like crazy, Panda. It looks like he should be going down here. That is going to be the Aegis of the Immortal pop, but not before Nata falls themselves. Buyback on Slardar, blink forward, get the crush out, but he's able to get the ball lightning off. The Stone Gaze does not connect, as now they're going to come back in on the counter grenade, as that's going to be the Mana Void that rinsed through too. They're going to all fall. They're coming for the shoes, socks, draws, and all, as that's going to be GG called. Game number 1 going the way of Ukraine.
Well played by them. Honestly, Israel, they had a really good couple of lanes, right? The bottom lane, they did really well with that. I thought Lyle had a fantastic performance on the Medusa bottom. Mid lane was also pretty good for now, but that top lane was just, you got nothing from your 3 and 4. And those are 2 heroes that must have a decent game to make some tempo. And you can kind of, feels like they're playing with 5 people, but just weren't getting the full, the full force of your off lane, unfortunately. We saw how many cookies miss, We saw Slaughter lose that net CS battle. It feels like if Israel, they could tighten it up, we might have a much closer game in the series.
Yeah, we'll call it first game of the day jitters is what we'll call it. You know what I'm saying? We just weren't quite there. We weren't quite jiving together in the laning phase. They started to get it together a little bit more as the game progressed, but unfortunately by that point in time they were just so far behind that these plays didn't really net much of anything. And I mean, it was kind of a free Storm Spirit game. They took the Storm Spirit, they abused the Storm Spirit, and they won the game off the back of a very heavy Storm Spirit play. I'll be interested to see who the MVP eventually goes to. I think who do you think?
It's gonna be Anti-Major Storm because production loves scores. They do. To be fair, they earned this one. Or like even the Broodmother. Like I feel like one of the cores from Ukraine earned it. I didn't think that the Spurs were good, yes, but it wasn't any moment that happened that was like, oh my god, what a game-changing moment, what a massive impact. Like it just felt like a big, so the supports did carry them. The cores did carry them. They deserve it. All right, production has our blessing to give it to Broodmother. They're gonna take their time to think about it. But again, Israel, the biggest problem is that off lane. I feel like that coordination was just completely lacking. Imagine if they had something like a Mars and position 4 that's kind of easier to play. Well, was there Techies? Techies was banned, right? No Techies.
Yeah, I think so.
Maybe even a Rubik. Something where you can't mess up. Have you ever, you played like Earth Spirit, Snapper. You can mess up with these spells and you can go have problems. And of course, it goes to Infernal. Kudos to him. He did shut down the bottom lane. And I like how he's kind of like grayed out, It's not like the real Broodmother.
It's like the Broodmother of your nightmares.
Yes. Well, it's fine. I mean, kudos to her. Kudos to him. Well worth it. And Ukraine, one more, and they are going to be top of their group. They are going to make it to playoffs. Then they'll have just one more best of 3 to represent their one of the 2 countries to represent their region. So a lot on the line for them to finish this game.
Yeah, man, they can see the light at the end of the tunnel, but also before they get to the end of that tunnel is going to be a ferocious badger that is now going to be a little bit ticked off after this game number 1. So they're going to have to find a way to wrestle this badger, conquer it, and then move their way into the playoff round. Yeah, you like my badger wrestling reference?
You really went with it, We saw it with Bagger, and I was like, yeah, please continue. I'm enthralled right now.
Yeah, the grocery bagger. You got to wrestle the grocery bagger in order to win the game of Dota 2. It's like you've never even played Dota. Do you even Dota 2, Otto?
No, I don't. I have no idea because I've never had the bagger and me go toe to toe for the chance to win. Okay, wait. You know what? This is when you know the guy's been awake for too long. He's been awake for too long. So you know what? We're gonna give ourselves a chance to rest. We're gonna talk about baggers, and we'll be back with you guys with Game 2 of Ukraine versus Israel. So stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. We'll see you guys in a few minutes.
One purpose, one dream, one rhythm, one step closer to glory.
Enemy spotted.
They say history remembers the winner. So who will be the ones writing the future? The halls of power call for their kings. The ones who won't back down. The ones who believed. The ones who knew that over 100 nations can't be wrong. Join the fight between August 24th and September 3rd as Yash becomes the world's esports capital.
In the heart of Iași, Romania, the world's top gamers have gathered for the ultimate showdown. IESF brings heart-stopping matches across a variety of gaming genres in an electrifying experience that celebrates the passion and dedication of esports athletes from around the globe. This is more than just a tournament. This is where champions are born, legends are made, and anything is possible. Get ready to witness the ultimate display of skill, strategy, and heart. The IESF World Esports Championship. It's about to take your breath away.
Do you think you've got what it takes? The challenge will be tougher than ever. In 2023, International Esports has a new home. Over 100 nations fighting for the championship in a celebration of everything that makes esports great. Who will rise up to the challenge? Who will be the world champion?
Hello everybody and welcome back to IESF Dota as we have Israel versus Ukraine game number 2 coming down the pipe. We had Ukraine rather convincingly tape game number 1 auto, and now it's back to the drawing board for the Israel team, and they're gonna have to come out with a little bit of a stronger offlaner. But we already have a draft going, so we're gonna go ahead and cut to it real with a quickness. As the Shadow Demon ban staying the same, and this IO ban keeps coming up.
Yeah, I've noticed that. Last ban in game 1, first ban this game. Israel also really respects that Shadow Demon. I would have thought that you'd get rid of the Broodmother, for example, but no, they're like the Shadow Demon. To be fair, Shadow Demon is great against Medusa, right? The multiple illusions that you can make of the enemy Medusa, it does a lot of damage. It makes sense, but I don't know. I don't know if I would value it more than Brood, but like that's a problem you face at 30 minutes, not from the start of the laning phase.
Right. Well, there is still a second ban. No, they're gonna leave the Broodmother in, taking out the Bat Rider. More afraid of the Bat Rider than the Broodmother. Maybe they feel like they've come up with a better idea as far as how to address the Brood should it come back out.
Fair. I mean, with what was the bans last time? Because if the Naga is in the pool, you can counter the Broodmother with the Naga very easily. Like it's a very doable matchup in that situation. So maybe Israel gets it. And I did think Lyle was their best player. Like he had the best performance among all of the teams. So if you give him a good matchup, maybe he can 1v5 it.
So I think Israel should have first pick. So maybe that's why they left the Broodmother in. Maybe they're wanting to snatch the Broodmother themselves.
Also a very valid option here. We'll see what Ukraine's going to be doing about that. And the reminder for people wondering what exactly is on the line here. Oh wow, the Snapfire gets banned. Okay. The winner of this series reaches the playoffs. And the top 2 of the playoffs will be invited to the main event. They're playing a hunt for 100,000 USD in Iași, Romania. So there is, Ukraine. They win this. One more best of 3. You're there.
5 seconds.
Yeah, that's exactly that, man. They're so close to the end. They can smell it, but they just have to fit the bill now. They just got to do the job.
Yep.
Just gotta one more trip around the sun, one more battle for the ancient, and you could be sniffing at success. As it's gonna be the Beastmaster picked up for the side of Israel. Strong laner. I feel like that's a stronger laner than Slardar. So already off to a better start for Israel.
I can get behind that. I like the Beastmaster as like I agree with you. Solid laner for sure.
10 seconds.
Needs someone else if he wants to get kills. I feel like if you're Slow, you can make plays that are easy. It's easier. You get a couple of bashes. You throw out the Slithering Crush. You're able to sort of make more kills. And they go with the Enigma and the Broodmother. Very interesting, because those are usually picked as 2 offlaners, and they're picked together. Israel, Naga Siren, man, feels like it's right there. right, like ripe for the picking. And then you take the silencer and the Rubik and screw up the Enigma. Come on, Israel. Naga, Naga, Naga. Or silencer or a Rubik, but Naga mostly. Wow.
Or
that
just go
is-
completely off the grid and go Winter Wyvern.
I'm sorry, Winter what?
Winter Wyvern.
It's Winter Wyvern, isn't it? I mean,
People give me this all the time, dude. I don't know. I didn't choose I don't choose how I pronounce Winter Wyvern. That's just the natural way for me to pronounce it. So like that's what I go with. It'll be okay. Y'all know what I'm saying anyways. So like it's all good.
maybe you should just call her by her real name, Aurith or something like that. Like that's like when Robin Roll goes, you know, he's picking the lone druid and he's going with the spirit burr. And I'm like, spirit what? Spirit burr. And I'm like, if that's how you say it, buddy, you know, you do you. Winter.
10 seconds remain.
What was it again?
Winter Wyvern.
Yes, thank you. All right, we cured him. All right, Israel, they do get rid of the Storm Spirit. Ukraine, they get rid of Primal Beast. Reminder that Rubik, Naga Siren, and Silence are all in the pool. Although you can't really get all three. Actually, you could if you put the winter within mid. You know, that could work.
Radiant's turn to ban.
I was like, this guy's an asshole. Why am I casting with him?
Dire's turn to ban.
Pango comes out, and yeah, that's actually a solid ban because he would have been able to get Basher, interrupt the Enigma, so I like that ban a lot. We'll see if Israel has the same idea I have, or if they're going with something else. I believe they have the next pick, then Ukraine gets 2 in a row. So just the ban here, you get your pick of Naga, Silencer, or Rubik. All, you know, premium good stuff right there.
5 seconds remain.
5 seconds remain, and then we'll see if what's going to happen with that. What about you, Radha? You agree with me, or do you have your own train of thought that you're working with?
No, I think I'm on par with you, man. It's hard for me to disagree with you, dude, because you're so much better at this dang game than I am. So like,
Hardly.
what am I supposed to say? You know what I'm saying? Like am I supposed to, as the yellow belt, am I supposed to tell the black belt, hey man, I don't think you're throwing that kick right? Like,
Yes. You know, you go into him, he's like, have you tried like dodging? You know, like try dodging like that. You know, you could be something like, hey, Tom, what do you think about like the Crystal Maiden? Like, then we could discuss them. We're like, yeah, no, it's very bad. That's why we should stick to the silencer. And you can stick a lot of times with their band. They get rid of the Enchanters, which would have been a great pick with the Shard, the little friends. You're up against Eidolons, you're up against Brutes, Spiderlings, and they do get. Oh, okay, they go for the Clinks.
this draft is spicy from Ukraine.
Oh yeah, that's one way of describing it. It's definitely unique. It's definitely very unique. That's Clink's probably position 4. But this
10 seconds
is it gonna be
remain.
like a mid Broodmother, you know, an off lane Enigma. Is that what we're working with? Something like that.
I have no
Could go.
idea. So like my first thought was that like this is gonna be like 3 Brood, 4. There's the Rubik that you wanted. Way to go,
one more.
Israel.
One more. We got the Silencer or the Naga. Just pick one of them. Yes.
Naga.
Yes. All right. Good. We got two. All right. Now
Otto
we
is
just
a
need-
happy man.
I mean, it's nice when a team drafts in a way that's logical to you. You know, you're like, okay, I can see what you're going with. My question now is where Winter Wyvern goes, mid or position 5. Like, I feel like you really want the Silencer,
5 seconds remain.
but and then Winter Wyvern 5 is a very hit or miss kind of pick, so I'm not sure about that one.
That's.
Oh,
I mean,
you
I've heard rumor about people running this Winter Wyvern as a core, running it in the off lane, running it in the mid, but I've not seen it yet myself. So as always, I can't be a believer in such a thing until I actually see it and see the concept actually worked out.
I feel like I've seen it. It's as I said, it's very hit or miss. I'm not a believer either. But man, when I say I'm not a believer, I remember the Shrek song. There's a Shrek, all right? He
I'm
says
a
it.
believer.
Yeah, that's the one. All
Yeah.
right, so it's definitely gonna be a core Medusa, and Core, Brood, and Enigma feels still very open. Ukraine, the science is open for both sides, and it's really good for both sides, by the way. Like, both sides could really benefit from him. Ukraine lack the easy stuns, by the way. They have Demonic... Maledict, sorry. They have... No, not Maledict. What the hell? The Q, what's the Q called
Malefice?
for... Malefice, thank you. I was like, it says an M. They have the Malefice, and that's about it. They have no other stuns. They got a decent amount of slows, and the ulti from the Medusa, I suppose, is kind of a stun. Israel, slightly easier. Rubik Lift, Net. Also not too heavy on the stuns. Let's see. Spirit Breaker in the pool. Oh. Okay, that's Spirit Breaker is in the pool. Israel's thinking a lot about their next ban here. I feel like that's kind of the premium for both sides if you want it.
I mean, but don't both sides already have their force?
Fine, put it. I mean, that's the thing, right? It's a bit open. Like, even if you put like the Klinks 5 or the Rubik 5, and you pick up the Spirit Breaker, I just think Spirit Breaker is just really good. But Ukraine probably wants that mid laner. That makes a lot more sense. Or unless Broodmother's mid, I have a headache. It hurts. What are you?
It's like trying to solve a Rubik cube for the first time.
While being colorblind. You know,
Oh, gosh.
like I don't know, it's soft. It looks soft to me at that point. You know, like, yeah, there you go. It looks good. Yeah, they get rid of the Wind Ranger just because that's a good hero to have against the Medusa. We haven't talked about it, but for Israel, getting through that mana shield is not going to be fun. And they do believe that it's going to be like Klinks and Enigma support. You know, that's what they're feeling. And the Ukraine needs the mid. I don't think that's wrong. That's bad logic by Israel at all. I feel like that is a very sensible way to approach it. Israel also very open. I would have been thinking on that Winter Wyvern. What are you feeling, Rada? Where do you go with the draft?
No, I mean, I have no idea what's going on with the Ukraine draft. I'm not even gonna cap there. I have no idea what's happening. Like, I know the Medusa is gonna be the carry. I assume the Klinks is going to be a support in some form or fashion. Everything else, I don't know. I think that we're looking for a mid for the Israel team here. I hope that they're not putting this Winter Wyvern in a core role. I would be really sad about that. But
yeah. It's tough, right? Because you'd like a mana burner. Otherwise, your Nagasaki could do it, but she's not. She's decent, but she's not amazing. I'd rather she just focus on countering the Broodmother.
What if you just like Invoker?
Or Alchemist. You go Alchemist, man. You go Alchemist. You have Naga Siren. She can shut down the Broodmother. You don't have to worry too much about the Medusa. She's going to be farming, so you can go late. You take an Alchemist mid and you just farm your ass off. I mean, sorry, your rear end off. And you're just going to be fine. I believe you go bold on this one. Or you put the Winter Wyvern as the mid and you take something like a Silencer to interrupt the Enigma. That's also very valid. Like, there's options for Israel how you want to approach it. The only thing that they don't really like, they can't get with the last pick is a mana burning hero. Although Anti-Mage is in the pool. Risky. Could work.
Battle Mage.
No. Yeah, I mean, it could work, but then I don't know if you want that guy to go in. You go Lich.
So this is core Wyvern.
Yeah, it's Mid-Wyvern. I mean, we were thinking about, we were feeling it. I'm surprised they value the Lich over the Silencer, personally, but the Lich can't slow down pushes. He gives you some of that easy disable we're talking about. The Sinister Gaze is, you need more disable, and Lich gives you that. So I like the pick. Ukraine, not a whole lot. Mid laner they need. Storm Spirit? Ember, maybe? Something like that? Oh, they go for the Ember. Okay. I don't really think it matters what mid they were gonna pick. In all honesty, didn't feel like it feels like it was more like what Israel picks is a little more important for the last one. Ukraine is just go with a tempo mid. It's gonna be the Timber Saw.
Well, this is mid Beastmaster, offlane Wyvern.
Okay, that's fine. I mean, I imagine that they're just gonna both be able to farm relatively evenly here. This Winter Wyvern, you have a lot of summons that you can get. That Cold Blast, that Splinter Blast is going to be very valuable this game, along with the Fade Bolt. You have a very solid fighting lineup. Only problem is that Nada is going to need to get like Drums of... I think Drums of Slom in this game, by the way, so good. So good. It is really good. Again, I like this real draft. I don't like the Rubik. That's the only pick where I'm like, really? You could have had Spirit Breaker and you pick Rubik? But he's good against the Enigma. That's the saving grace. I still favor Ukraine, but I like the draft even more. I think we're going to have a better game than game one.
I think Israel has a better, like, they have a cleaner fight.
Yeah.
Like their draft, they have a cleaner fight. So
yep.
I think I'm gonna go ease of execution with. So I'm gonna go Israel. They're gonna take this game number 2, and we are gonna be going to a game number 3 for the first time since I've been casting IESF. I have not gotten a game number 3 auto. I refuse to accept that as a reality. We're getting a game number 3 today. Dang it.
Oh yeah. 100%. Definitely game number 3. I mean, just to disagree with you, I'm gonna go with Ukraine. Just to disagree, because I like it when we have a split town. Not because I think that Ukraine is, looking a lot stronger. No, I just completely disagree with you. One thing they were gonna have an issue with is catching people, right? Timbersaw with a Timber Chain, Broodmother's high mobility. Yeah. That is gonna be a bit of a problem for Israel's side. And Israel, they need to get this mentality that, hey, hit the buildings, they will come to us. We don't need to chase after the kills. We need to chase after buildings. Structures win you the game. And that's a very easy thing to say, because sometimes you're like, oh yeah, that's what we're going to do. Then you see one guy roaming around by himself. You think, let's go for the kill, and you don't get it, and suddenly you're out of position. But if they can stick to that, if they can be disciplined, they can take it. And I like Lyle on the Naga versus the Broodmother. I think that's great. And for people wondering, why aren't we in the game yet? It's because we have a pause, and it's not because we like it when you guys look at our faces, which are very handsome.
Absolutely not. Yeah, this is purely professional. We are paused. There's a pause in the game, so as soon as that is resolved, we will be getting into the game here shortly. But I do think this Timbersaw could potentially be a bit of a problem here, as we have some graphics kind of flashing across the screen there. But I do think this Timbersaw could be a problem in this game. I'm not sure if they have enough answers to it. I think a lot of it is going to come down to this Wyvern. I think, because like
the ultimates, it's a big one.
The
problem is that you don't really have an amazing, great. Sometimes like a PA standing next to someone, you ulti that person, and that's fantastic. Here, a lot of the damage is not incredible. It's like kind of it's like decent, but you can't. Timbersaw is very durable. Medusa is very durable. Broodmother, Clinks, and Enigma, they're targets, but then who hits them? Only the Medusa really does physical damage.
Respect.
Okay, alright. Speaking of our friends.
Yeah, Blood Grenade, trying to get over the cliff. And he's stuck up there, but they're going to give them vision. First Blood is going to be picked up, going the way of the Rubik.
Not the best, but you throw out the Blood Grenade for the kill, and well worth it. Yeah, make sure you get the kill. Again, Blood Grenade, one of the best item introduced this patch. I love what Blood Grenade gives you. It's such a fantastic thing to have. Well, we're seeing some hits coming out. I'm hearing Naga Siren with that slicey. And what do we have? Only
just
one
slapping
bounce
away at Kadaro.
This is a decent amount of damage, actually. It's going to be 2 for 2 in terms of bounty ruins. For the record, in game 1, Israel only took 2 bounties, which are the first 2. That's it. So hopefully we see a little bit of that better force management coming out from them. We're looking at that CS here. Nada. The problem is that you are a strength hero, so that Whirling Death does reduce your strength by a decent amount. However, you should be able to regen fairly well, and if you are gonna, you get like a ring of health and you just go for the Agams, I think that's really solid way for you to build the hero right now in this mid lane.
Right.
Wow, he is kicking his ass. Upper thigh, sorry.
His gluteus maximus.
Oh yeah, baby maximum, all right. And there's another kill for Israel, getting a kill on GeoZZ. You're right. We might be getting that game 3.
Let's go, boys.
That was a
I
fantastic
want it.
start. To be fair though, Lyle in game 1 was also getting these kills on like the Broodmother or the supports. Like that guy is on fire. By far, at least in my eyes, he's the best player on the Israeli side. And when your best player is the carry, that's a nice thing. You know, that's a good thing when your best player is the carry. You can rely on them a lot.
Sure. Absolutely. It's a nice little security blanket in the game that even
Yes.
if all else is going poorly, we have this person, we have this Lyle, we have this Hector, K1, Picaz, whoever you want to plug in here, that we know can carry a game, can
Yes.
1v5 a lobby if it absolutely comes down to it.
23 Savage, the first person to reach 13k MMR. Why not? Why not? Lyle.
Chain
look at
Frost,
that. That's
Manny
damage.
up on Infernal. A lot of damage. Blood Grenade going to come out as well as the Tar Bomb. Lyle, he has to back up here. But meanwhile, in the mid lane, that's a solo kill on the Timber Saw.
Holy moly, Panda! And that courier, Geozizi, is like, yeah. That's kind of the best thing that's happened for Ukraine this game, as Israel, 2 lanes being decimated. Can we look at the last hits? And okay, that's another one. Oh, actually, that's sorry for the Israeli guys. Yeah, can we have the last hits on screen again, just for a little bit production, please? All right. They're playing Koi with us. Yay, thank you. We love you. They're gonna be like, these two are so demanding. Holy moly. Alright, so Medusa is farming well though. She is at the top of the chart, but it's not the biggest deal. You know, she's like even with basically everyone on the Israeli side. The only person who's behind is the Broodmother. So Infernal, he's kind of suffering the laning phase a bit, doesn't he? Oh wow.
The Eidolon's doing damage to the Rubik, but with a good chain or the Frost Blast there. Or Splinter Blast, G-Buzz. Lots of ice spells in this game.
Ice
Able
Blast,
to clear
Thunder
out the
Blast,
Eidolon.
you know, Cold
Chain
Embrace.
Frost, Cold
There's another one.
Embrace,
That's a dead Rubik.
Winter's
I think.
Curse.
Oh no, you
Fairy
get the Fairy
Fire.
One more, but ooh. By the way, it's kind of crazy that Enigma is a universal hero. For some reason, he gets massive amounts of right-click damage. Like, okay. But
Trying to walk him
Kidaro,
down again in the mid lane.
he might. I think he's gonna need more than the. Yeah, the axe is not gonna be enough. But fantastic work by Nana in the mid lane. He has a very distinct style. He loves zoning the personality. He doesn't care about CS so much. He's like, I want you out of the lane, then I'll CS.
Priorities.
I mean, sometimes you want to dish out that pain, you know? Or make sure that they regret facing you. So, in the meantime, though, bottom lane, I feel I see a low-level Winter
Lift.
Wyvern.
He's low, the Rubik's low. There's going to be the Mana Snake with the final right click from Stonebank, able to pick up the kill. Winter Wyvern was hoping to get that kill on the Enigma before she fell. Unfortunately, not able to come out.
Honestly, I mean, he would have lived.
And now the
we
Rubik.
Oh, man. That is not... Like, you were doing so well, and you give away these 2 kills, which are honestly not... They shouldn't be ever been given away. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
the Winter Wyvern was safe. He could have ran out, but he didn't. And that's really unfortunate here. Mid lane. Nada continues to do well here with this harass. One nice
Net
thing
gonna
about
come
this...
out onto the Brood Mama.
One nice thing about this Lich is that you target someone with this physical damage, the Frost Shield comes out, there's no dispels on the Radiant side. You're just gonna have to be like, yeah, we're gonna suffer. They don't go for early nullifiers, maybe you get a Yules, but still not the same. You still protect the person for 2.5 seconds, so
Right.
great, like, Lich pick. Not as good as Silencer, but still great.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I
You
would
and
go
that
to-
silencer, man.
We should get a room, I'm telling you. I am not gonna let that one go. I'm gonna go sleepy. Like, if they had picked Silencer, would have got better.
They could win 50-3, and you would still be like, man, if they picked Silencer, it would have been 70-3.
Oh, can they get a kill on Kidaro?
Doesn't look like it. The Rubik is the one who's going to be in danger. Meanwhile, they're able to get another kill on the Broodmother up top. This top lane working out very well for Israel.
And we've said it. First, I didn't think Nagasaki is a counter at this stage. She's a counter later on when you have levels. You can send like every illusion to a camp, to the lane. You push it out and you starve out the broodmother. She gets nothing to farm and nothing to push. But he is killing him. He is farming the mama. Oh, Rubik.
Oh, mana almost all the way gone on Stonebank. Now we're coming forward, but there's going to be the Malefice and a wand charge from Stonebank to give himself some more reserves. So yet again, this off lane. Well, they're having a better time than they did in game number 1, but still not quite getting the results that maybe they were hoping for.
That's a fair point. I mean, you're still getting a lot. Oh, they're going for this.
Oh, Lich made the rotation in. Stone Gaze is there. Sinister Gaze. Dragon Stonebank back. Lift is going to be there as well, but no, they don't have the damage. The wand charge. Finally, they're able to kill this Medusa, but not before the Wyvern goes down first.
By the way, I'm gonna be checking this, but from my understanding, one of the Lich is actually a solid. Oh, they get a Lich dice. Lich is actually a solid counter to the Medusa because you do drain her mana when you use a Sinister Gaze.
Oh. Kadaro gonna run into the Rubik, looking for the Ancient Design, not gonna find it. Kadaro picking up the kill, gonna be able to go and snatch that Wisdom Rune as well. Oh no, he's gonna give it to the Timber.
Yeah, you can drain about 21% of her max mana. That's pretty solid, honestly. It's not amazing, but it's a decent amount.
Oh, TP rotation's coming in, trying to save the Winter Wyverns. She's stuck under the chakra. It's not going to be enough. The TP rotations come out too slow. Now they're trying to get a return to go. Timber Chain through. Whirling Death as well. Chakra thrown back out. They don't have the damage to kill this Timbersaw, man. He's just dancing silent upon him. Taking some tower shots, going up onto the high ground. Gonna plant some vision. Come back through. Whirling Death with a Fade Bolt. Finally, they're able to bring down Panda.
Yeah, but you lose your offlaner for this. It's another tough game for Majitsu here. Inferno is also suffering, but and I think that's okay. If you're Israel, then you look at that and you say, okay, our offlaners are suffering, but Lyle is having a fantastic game. Nada's having a great game. You're okay with this. I think Israel's coming out honestly ahead at this point of time. And yeah, he's going straight up Aghanim Scepter on Nada. Love this decision. Be careful here, he's got the roar.
Here, Car Bomb thrown out. DD activated. He's taking some shots from the skeletons. He does have the roar. The wand charge is going to be there. Give him some HP. Now here comes Timbersaw. Chakra's going to be there. Primal Roar to be the combo breaker. Still level 5 on the Wyvern, so no Winter's Curse available in this engagement. Nata trying to retreat, still securing the distance. Is Panda with the Timber Chain. We got to get the Chakra right on point. Timber Chain up to the high ground. Nata, he's juking over to the northwest.
Oh my god, you see that? Stonebank just look at the bounty ruins! Oh, the mismatch happens again! But they might get a kill on Infernal.
Yeah, looks like they are going to get the kill on Infernal. But yeah, man, their internal clock doesn't seem to be clicking. As Nata still being chased by Panda, still being harassed, still being harried. Timber Chain juke, he's dodging it. Tarbomb thrown out, he's going to be slowed down, looking to dodge himself, but the Whirling Death brings exactly that. As Panda secures another one.
Very unfortunate. That all started with a rather ambitious attempt to kill. Oh, and look at that bot. I mean, Israel got more bounty. Oh, nice use of the ulti.
Man, that's when you know it's bad, dude. That's when you know it's bad. The 5 positioned Enigma is higher level than this Winter Wyvern.
Yeah, in general, it just has not been. And look at that. I love that he just uses straight up. He does not wait. He doesn't like, maybe I'll get the 5 man. It's like, no, you grabbed the ultimate, you took it down 4. Brilliant. Speaking of getting down 4.
Going in onto Infernal, trying to dodge his way through the trees, but the pathing that he gets from the nets, he should be fine. Here comes the reinforcements, right of the Rohirrim style, trying to get the TP away. No way to cancel, but do they have the damage? Barely getting away is this Naga Siren.
Thank the Lord that Israel was able to get their carry out of that situation, because that was dicey. Lyle continuing to be the bright spot for this team, and Nada, there you go, that's the draft, ladies and gentlemen. And Nada, he has got the most damage, but until he gets the Aghanim Scepter, I feel like he can't really engage that well. The Aghanim Scepter won't put him online. Unfortunately, Mijitsu is way behind, even behind Inferno, who's having a crappy game himself.
Right.
There is little hope for
Yeah, 0, 3, and 1 is the Broodmother, and yet still trailing behind is this Winter Wyvern hero, who is having a rough day at the office here at IESF.
And he's like, this is... Oh, look, he steals split shots. That's a Rubik spell. He's like, guys, I got it. You would like this, you'd love to get the snake, the Mystic Snake. If you get Mystic Snake and Aghanim Scepter on Rubik, that's actually insanely valuable for you. What else? Anything, Timber Chain is good, Chakram is good. Black Hole, of course, is the best spell you can get. Even Death Pack's actually pretty solid. He's farming. Nada is farming. He wants it, man. He just wants this Aghanims. And he's got a couple of stacks to work with. Besides,
Yeah.
oh, he's gonna stack it one more time himself. Okay, that's nice. For a second, I was like, he's gonna leave it, and he's like, no, dude, I'm like 9k MMR, alright? I'm gonna stack it and farm it like a genius. And that's an Invis Ruin. Okay. Not really gonna give him too much value right now while he's farming, but you know, later on, sneak up.
Radiant should look to their bottom tower.
Yeah, he is very efficient with his farming pattern right there. Still behind the Timbersaw by quite a bit, but to be fair, it's not the easiest lane for the Timbersaw versus Beastmaster. I think he got solo kill, but he also got solo kill, and he got solo killed much later, so you know, it's more impactful then. Timber Chain on the Rubik, great spell. And in terms of items, Timbersaw just wants the damage, going straight up Kaya. Hi, items, thank you. Let's see, Solar Crest on the Clinks. I see that a lot. Then he followed up with like a Deso. Kidaro's going for the Rod of Atos. He's a universal hero, so he wants all stats. Even if he doesn't right click, it's still good. What do we have on Radiant? Wow! Rubik might be going straight up Aghanim Scepter. He's got the point booster already. What? Can we click on the Rubik? Is it Phylactery or is it Aghanim Scepter? Observer, Rubik, please. No, all items. I want just the Rubik. Just the Rubik. Alright, don't need. That's fine. I don't care. Oh, he's going.
Yep, he's going eggs.
Okay. Damn. I think that he was gonna go. I mean, I thought this was a great item. I thought like later. He's like, nope, straight eggs. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, if Israel can get their axe timings on point, that Mystic Snake, that the drums of Slav, we can do a lot with that.
Whirling Death out onto Panda, trying to close the distance, but his friends are in the area. Gonna turn around, throw the chakra, force them off the spot. Primal Roar gonna come out onto the Enigma, but do they have any follow-up? The Enigma, he does have Black Hole, so they don't want to get too close in. Here comes GeoZZ, gonna look to pop down the Rubik as he's coming out of the out of the skeleton walk. Tar Bomb thrown out. One more right click, not quite enough. He's barely gonna survive. And now the counterplay is gonna come into engagement. The ensnare is out onto GeoZZ. Looks like he's going to fall, and he does. Nata picking up the kill there.
Frost Shield at the right time. Well done by Lich. And even the Rubik, I think he stole Death Pack and used in that fight because I saw his HP increase. No, he stole Tower. Okay, my bad. It must have just been the magic wand. Observer's like, here's everything you need to know about Rubik. You know, you asked, there you go.
We will only show Rubik from this point on. Enjoy your hero follow.
Yes. Enigma 52% win rate. Okay. Very close to the Rod of Atos right now. And man, look at Majitsu. Still banned. Can we look at the Winter Wyvern? Oh, he's going for Blink Dagger. Okay, so he's just focusing on initiation. Not going for Orchid, Witchblade, or his own Aghanims. Just wants to jump in and get a big ultimate off. I think I like that play, but I'm not quite sure how I feel about it just yet. Oh, and Majitsu might be losing his life.
Yeah, getting tracked down here. Timber Chain in. Bye-bye, Dragon. Is a Wyvern a dragon?
No, it's sort of like a dragon. Oh, here we go.
Black Hole out onto the Naga. But here comes Sprint in the area. They are going to be able to bring down this Enigma. Oh, they stole Black Hole. That could be huge.
Nice job with the Ice Chill again. Just making sure that the Spiderling is getting... Anyway, the dragon is the one like Game of Thrones that only has 2 feet. The Wyvern is the one with the 4 feet. You know what I mean? Even though it's kind of the opposite in this one. I
mean, it kind of sounds like they're cousins. They're basically the same. They're basically the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah, one of them's got legs, one of them's got legs and arms and wings. Like, they all have wings, but one of them has, like, the hands that they can stand on. Look, they're different, all right? You just gotta work with me here.
No, I'll believe you. I trust
you.
you. GeoZZ gonna pop the smoke.
He does. And I mean, oh wow, that is a slow dust. You know? But we do have the Beast Master with the Aghanim.
Oh, Primal Roar gonna come out onto the Enigma. Chain Frost to follow it up. He's gonna bounce back and forth. There's gonna be Soge's, Swirly Death coming out as well. Trying to get their hands onto Nata. Rubik onto the backlines. Majutsu throwing out some spells as well. They are gonna be able to bring down the Lich. The first
yes, they got you.
Black Hole's gonna come out, but they're able to connect onto the Timber. Now here comes Nagasari trying to enter the fray. There's gonna be a good the good Winter's Curse. It should be the death. No, Dark Pack's gonna come out. The Clinks does stay alive. They just cannot catch a break. And now Nata, he's gonna fall down next, as it is a 3-for-0 exchange.
Amazing work by Ukraine to sort of split them apart. The Timbersaw was caught in the black hole, but it didn't really even matter. And yeah, that was not the black hole that you were looking for. And while the Axis came out while he was still Winter Curse, so they weren't able to get the kill. Just a little bit of tiny misplay there. You can watch it. We can watch it right now, actually coming out here. He wants to use the black hole. He's like, I wanted black hole, someone, but man, Timbers, not the best.
Right.
And look at this. Look at this Winter's Curse. He throws out the Axis just a millisecond too soon. Oh, was it too soon? I feel like it was too soon. Either way, it doesn't get the kill.
Yeah, so sad. So close, yet so far away. And you know what they say, close only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades.
I'm not gonna say anything because I want that to be the last thing people hear for a few seconds, you know, because I'm like in my head I'm like, I don't get it, but must be a cultural thing, I guess.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty, at least in my area in Indiana, it's a pretty common phrase. But it's because like horseshoes is also a game. It's like a yard game. So
yeah, we don't play a lot of horseshoe in Iraq, you know. It's a little bit different in Indiana. We start with the same letter, but the rest is all different.
Couldn't get any more different after that.
Alright, but Israel, where are they gonna go with?
Oh no, Lich.
Oh, poor Lich. He's having an amazing performance, honestly saving others, but if you jump on the Lich, he's still a fragile hero. Medusa's also trying well, but at the same time, Lyle is at the top of the net worth. He is number one. She's the queen of the game, but the rest of her team is falling further and further and further behind. Kadaro about to beat Majitsu in terms of net worth. Oh, she's got the diffusal on the Naga. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, I was wondering if she was gonna go for the diff build this game.
Oh, that's a good catch.
They're gonna find out the Brood Mother, bring her down with a quickness. GeoZZ looking to retreat. The Sentry Ward is placed down, but they're not gonna be able to close this distance on GeoZZ in time.
They also got Orchids coming out. I think they have an Orchid like plant on the Wyvern, and I think they already have a Naga. Yes, this is a great way to stop the Enigma. If Enigma jumps in, you cast the ultimate, you don't catch speed. Like, there's a lot of ways you can work against this. You have the War, you have the Sinister Gaze, Winter's Curse, Rubik. Like every single person on Israel's side can stop a black hole. That's big deal.
Easy, just land 5-man black holes from this point forward.
Hey,
I
man,
solved Dota 2.
If my pubs are any indication, that's what every Enigma thinks that their black hole should be. Nah, bro, I'm only gonna catch 3 with that black hole. I need to catch off. What is it, bowling? You're going for a strike? Just throw it.
Oh, talk about throw it. They found out the Enigma. Lyle is gonna be able to rip through him and bring him down.
All
Death
right.
by 1,000 cuts.
And look at the bounty with much better magnitude.
Invisible. Wow. Can he get off the song? Oh, it's not enough.
Oh, you know, if he had his Van Brace on strength, he might have lived. He had on agility to farm, but it's just like one of those things you didn't think about. He was maximizing for damage. It's been working out for him, but just that little bit of durability would have kept him alive. And look at GeoZZ. He is going for it. Love it. Love once the wisdom fluid. I think they know. Oh my god, dude.
Oh god.
And he gets it. All right, he gets it.
And he's just gonna go for another one as well. Here comes the Timbersaw, Chakra, Whirling Death, Timber Chain. Now he's gonna start to turn this around. That's an Aghanim Scepter out on this Timbersaw. The Primal Roar, we're Death Pack trying to keep alive his Displays, but it's not gonna quite do enough. Whirling Death not to try to stay alive with the drums of Farm. Wyvern trying to do what he can to keep him alive as well, but it's just a critical kill for Panda. As they have a massive Timbersaw problem. Here comes the muscle though. Wow, chopping away. All the mana gone from Panda. Having to man fight up here, trying to bring him down, but with all these reactive armor stacks, he's up to 40 stacks. Can they actually bring him down? There's neutral creeps in the area as well. Chainfall's gonna bounce around. Oh, they did it, and Lyle is gonna be the one who picks up the kill. So that is 1,000 gold going the way of this Naga. But meanwhile, Stonebank solos Roshan.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one, and the top lane gets pushed in as well. So Panda, yeah, he dies, but he made a galaxy amount of, a multiverse amount of space for his team. This could be another nice kill on the Enigma. And Lyle looks like he's really making out of this one alive. I'm really not sure what's up with Mijitsu not using his ultimate. Like, you might as well just throw it just to save the your Beastmaster. I mean, am I crazy, or is he not worth saving?
I mean, you would think, man. You would think, like, because he's not really gotten the opportunities that we've been hoping for in this game.
It's like,
so,
he's like, just throw it. Just use it.
Yeah.
You would have saved
Just
your
get it
friend.
off cooldown.
Well, and by the way, Rubik, 100 gold away from that Aghanim Scepter, which is going to be so good for him if he steals those Mystic Snakes. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Well, it's 10,000 bucks where you can look at the win probability, see what we're working with here. It is 70. Okay.
Yeah.
Bad. I mean, you know, I think Israel can. As we said, this is a much closer game than the previous one. They're gonna go for their
going in onto the Timbersaw. The TPs are starting to come through in mass. No, the Ride of the Road Hero is coming through. It's gonna be the Aghanim Scepter popped down onto Panda as well. Not gonna be brought down. Very little Chainfall's gonna be bouncing around the Broodmother, but it's not gonna go. It's bouncing over to the Timbersaw, but they are able to get the kill onto 2. Now charging up the high ground. Lovely. They would love to get their hands onto something else. Whirling Death. They get the Rubik. 3-for-0 exchange.
Well, and alright, that should be a nice solo kill. I'm sorry, not solo kill. I thought this was just gonna be with the Wyvern there. You get something for your trouble, but they took that fight without Mijitsu around, so that's one of the reasons why, you know, I was like thinking Winter's Curse. Winter's Curse does not come out.
And it's on cooldown right now.
I think it was used on the Enigma just to make sure that they get that kill. Winter, why? I think it'd be, what does Beastmaster have? Because I feel like he needs a BKB right now. You need a BKB so you can stay alive in these fights. Get those, you know, those drums going. What's he got? He is going for the BKB next time. Fantastic. That is going to help him out quite a bit.
Iascati complete on the Medusa. Level 19, working ever closer to that level 25 power spike, where she's throwing snowballs at everybody on the map. After this, it looks like she wants to go for a Daedalus, feeling like she needs some raw damage, not really worried about her livelihood, doesn't feel the need to go for a defensive item here, feeling like offense is the best defense.
I like that. Rubik, what is he going? He already has the Aghanim, so he's going for the Ghost Scepter after, just so he can survive. Again, I like the ideas from Israeli in this game. They're really got like the itemization just right. Ooh. Talk about Lotus Pool management. That's a lot.
Lotus for days?
No, really. Honestly, of all of the additions, that's the one I find the least interesting. That's nice Observer Ward being removed. So now they can go for this tier 1 top. Okay. A solid couple of minutes for Israel so far. Blink Dagger. That, yeah, he needs that. He needs that a lot. But even if he jumps in, I feel like it's going to be hard for him to get those big kills. I'd rather he goes Auras, Reeves, Crimson Tide, you know, just not even care about your ulti.
Trading Tormentors here, as the map is yin-yanging yet again.
Yeah, let's see, who's going to be getting this one? I think you would want on the Lich more, honestly. And he does go to Lich, nice.
TP starting to come in, holding the high ground, are the side of Israel. Sleep getaway. TPs are going through from literally everyone.
Brilliant.
As that
Brilliant.
is a clean escape from the side of Israel.
Yep, you are able to force them back. You all are make it safely home. They might be able to actually catch the Enigma. I feel like he was on the side exposed, but if you don't have the Aghanim's of the Naga, you don't really get that sleep piercing net. So, they went for the safer play. All right. Link's Nullifier on him. They have definitely not been enjoying those frost shields. We talked about Nullifier coming out eventually, and he's going to come out. Oh, Broodmother did go for auras actually. And forget what I said about the Lich doing it then. No wonder he hasn't been sort of that aggressive force in game 1. Game 1 had Harpoon. Oh, here we go.
Both silence, but blink away from the Enigma, as that's going to be Primal Roar. They're looking to bring them down before the Black Holes able to come into the fight, and they are going to succeed, but not before they lose the Winter Wyvern, as now Chain Frost bouncing around, just doing so little damage. They've already lost 3 now. Coming in onto Nata. Nata forced to use his BKB, trying to retreat, getting back to the high ground. No Song of the Siren available. As so, Lyle, he's trying to chop away. Nata, he's going to fall down next, as it's going to be a 4-for-1 trade. And Lyle can do nothing but retreat, try to find some farm, maybe look to cut a creep wave. But they are just going high ground here. Are the Ukrainians in complete control over this game? Up 16k is the net worth, 27 minutes in. Glyph of Fortification is going to come out, but can they stop this Medusa auto?
No. It feels like Israel had a bunch of good... Okay, all right, the sleep comes out. Where's your follow-up? Can we get a big Winter's Curse? Can we?
Nope.
Wow. Oh,
Nope.
why is that?
Okay, he's going to come back into the fray. I'm sure frustration building for the side of Israel. Feeling their tournament hopes collapsing around them. Oh, Bleak in. Big whirling death. On to 3. Chakra there. Panda showing absolutely no chill. Throwing the Aghanim Scepter out as well. Gonna pop. Go Bluey. The Rubik looking like he's gonna be all brought down. Not the brought down on the low ground. Again, it's Lyle against the world. And I don't think he can hold this up. He is not happy.
Winter's Curse. Nothing.
Use the spell. Use the spell. Oh my goodness. Just not able to get the Winter's Curse off here at the critical moment. Buyback from the Rubik, but there's very little that the Rubik is going to be able to do. Infernal just diving the fountain here. Black Hole is still available on the Enigma as well. As this is looking like it's just the GG push, Otto.
Yep, they're just going for it. Oh, yeah, oh, what? What? They're calling? Huh? Wait. Oh, what? Did the raid call? I didn't see the dive.
I must have missed it. I must have missed the rating. Yeah.
No, I didn't see it either. That's interesting. All right, well,
the first GG that I saw was Panda.
Same. That is, well, either way, if it says the winner is Ukraine, the winner is Ukraine. Kudos to them. But yeah, that was one of the more awkward ones because I saw that like that seems like an aggressive GG coming out from the winning side. But either way, Ukraine wins. Game 2 was closer, but that off-lane problem that we talked about showed itself multiple times, especially on a very performing here. I call some heroes performing like Underlord. You don't really do flashy stuff. You just kind of you play normally. There's no way for you to do massive plays. But on with Wyvern, Slardar, Enigma, these heroes have to be making big plays. And in this game, Mijitsu, I don't mean to be mean, but he did not really deliver what we were expecting.
Yeah, no, I mean it was just simply a rough day at the office for Mijitsu, man. He just both games he got completely shut down. He got completely shoved his nose shoved into the dirt for both games, rubbed around a little bit, and maybe an extra little slap just for fun. But he just did not really get to play much Dota 2 here today, and it was pretty unfortunate for the side of Israel. Because his heroes, they were pretty important to making their lineups go. So it's just a big loss when he's not quite able to deliver and not even able to have a video game.
Is that what happened to you in school? You were pushed to the ground, rubbed in the butt, slapped on the butt a couple of times. Like, what? That is a very vivid image. Because I'm like, my God. Yeah, maybe we have an MVP to pick. Honestly, I would honestly give the MVP to Lyle. Like, I know he's on the losing team, But if you ask me who is the biggest factor in that game, it was Lyle. Like, he's the one who kept the Ukrainian wave away for as long as he did. He played fantastically on the Naga Siren. Panda gets it. Well, whatever. You know, kudos to you, Panda. You deserve it, I suppose. But Lyle was the most valuable player in the game. You know, Panda was just maybe the most valuable on the winning team, if that makes sense.
Sure. Yeah, no, absolutely, man. As yeah, I mean, we called it coming out of the draft that there was going to be a Timbersaw problem in this game. And Panda proved exactly why there was going to be a Timbersaw problem in this game. Lo and behold, there was a Timbersaw problem in this game. Shocked Pikachu face. What do? We lose.
Yeah, the thing is, it's not like it's completely like they have no way to deal with it. You know, you could find breaks. You could. I don't know. I'm not. I feel like you could have dealt with him. We did see them kill him a couple of times. He got solo killed in the lane, so it is a Timbersaw problem. But I've seen bigger Timbersaw problems. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like Panda was like the unstoppable. But in the end, you know, kudos to Ukraine. They advance. They go to the playoffs. I think they joined France and another one. I'm not quite sure what other country is there. You cast who's going as well to Belarus? Is it Belarus? No.
So Bulgaria is moving through.
Bulgaria.
Serbia moving through. Ukraine is moving through.
I was wrong.
And now it comes down to the Turkey versus Georgia match.
I love how Harry Freak is happy that his country is represented. He's like, Serbia! But yeah, kudos to Serbia making it through, as well as Bulgaria, and now Ukraine joining them. So these are the top 3 teams going into the playoffs, and we just have space for one more. And, you know, well, each team has one more best of 3 to win, and that's it. You are in Yashi, you're in Romania, you're playing for 100,000 USD, but sadly, Israel won't be joining them, despite Lyle's commendable effort in that game. That series, in fact.
Yeah, that was upsetting. I mean, Lyle, he had a good performance. He had a good showing for himself in both games. Just unfortunately wasn't quite able to meet the mark and carry the lobby 1v5. As I mean, that's a tall ask to ask a fellow to do, anyways. But yeah, man, I think that is going to go ahead, and that's going to wrap up our coverage of IESF today. We will be back tomorrow with some more hot action, so hopefully you guys will hit the follow, hit the subscribe button, make sure you stay in tune with the IESF. If you like what we did today, check out Automo Dota at Twitter at Automo Dota. You can see Radicast Dota as well. You know what I'm saying? Show us some love, talk to us. We love to have that fan interaction. But for now, guys, GG and good afternoon.
Bye.